Hey, good afternoon, everybody. John here at Avic Maker Studio, and today I had intended to knock out a bunch of videos for Free League Publishing's Runes of Simbarum or Symborum, like I like to say, for their 5e conversion. I'm gonna have to put that on hold because this morning or sometime last night, it's somewhere over in Sweden, they started the Kickstarter for the Blade Runner RPG. Now, if you're not familiar, the Blade Runner movie came out a few years ago. Now, I'm not talking about the one with, say, Ryan Gosling in it. I'm referring to the original with like Harrison Ford, Edward James Olmos, Sean Young, Brian. Gosh, man, he plays like a villain and everything. I think Brian James. Let's go with Brian James. Rutger Hauer, the late Rutger Hauer, and Daryl Hannah. This movie came out early 90s. I want to say like 19, or it's not 90s, early 80s. I want to say like 1982, 83-ish. Because it was before I moved to Missouri from Ohio. So yeah, I want to say 82, 83-ish. There was another follow-on, like a sequel. It came out not too long ago. Had Jared Leto. Pretty sure that was Jared Leto. Harrison Ford again, Ryan Gosling, Dave Bautista. That was Blade Runner 2049, 2045, I think 2049. And then there is the Blade Runner Black Lotus animated series, which I'm not too sure how good that was. All the ratings seem to be around high 60s, low 70s on the ratings. I have yet to watch that, but I will now because we have an RPG coming out of Free League Publishing and supported by Alcon Entertainment, who owns the rights for it. So this RPG is only going to be, or this Kickstarter is only going to be available for 24 days. And then today, their first day, they managed to meet their $10,000 goal within 3 minutes. So in less than 24 hours, they're at 645,000, almost 646,000 US, which I think is, if I do try to walk back the math, I want to say it's like times, and I think that puts them around 6.5 or maybe 7 million Kona? I can never remember how to say the Swedish currency. Anyways, they're successful. At least if you look at it from this point of view, 645,000 as we're watching the numbers literally go up live right now. From $10,000 goal is absolutely amazing, and we're still on the first 24 hours. Awesome. At any rate, so this RPG is based on the movies, based on the lore that has surrounded the Blade Runner universe. Now, it looks like everything has happened afterwards, might not be, at least initially, part of it, because they are focusing on 2037. And I know that the second Blade Runner with Ryan Gosling and such, the sequel, if you will, takes place years later. So how that content folds into this, I don't know yet. Maybe that'd be follow-on books, or maybe it's already incorporated and in a way we don't know. But at least looks like it's centered around the original movie. So let's take a look at their teaser trailer. It's pretty cool, I think. Turn down that volume, goodness gracious. So the artwork is absolutely amazing. They do, the gents over there, ladies and gents over at Free League Publishing, knock it out of the water with the artwork. Really stunning visuals, really captures the essence and the feel of their games. Just take a look at their Alien RPG, look at Vassin, look at Mutant Year Zero, Symbarum, or Symborum, however you want to say it. The artwork sells the game. And I'm already hooked now based on this. So Kickstarter dropped today. Okay, cool. So I'm excited. Let's take a look. I mean, it's already gone up. Since I've been trying to work on this video around 1 o'clock, I watched it go from $599,000 now to 646. So 647. So within less than an hour, we've gone up nearly $50,000. That's a lot of support for this project. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what we know about this RPG. It is going to be, oh gosh darn it. Kickstarter page always has some weird scrolling bars. So it is set in a neon noir wonderland. If you're familiar with the movies or the lore and everything, it is set in that evocative world of conflicts and contrast that dares to ask the hard questions, investigate the powers of empathy, the poisons of fear, and the burdens of being human during inhumane times. An iconic and unforgiving playground of endless possibilities that picks you up, slaps you in the face, and tells you to wake up. Time to live or time to die. So this game is one of the most anticipated RPGs out there, it turns out, from polling from EN World. And there's a couple things that are going to go alongside this. So first up, before we delve into the different contents that are coming, if you pledge within 24 hours of the launch, so you have until 9 a.m., at least wherever you're at, just use the East or the U.S. standard because I don't want to do the conversion. 9 a.m. U.S. Eastern time or 6 a.m. U.S. Pacific on Wednesday, May 4th. So here in Central, I think that means 7 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock. I don't remember the difference. I think 8 a.m. Tomorrow morning. I'm going to be doing it as soon as I'm done with the video. You get a bonus art print. Is it necessary? No, but it's cool. And we like these little sort of freebie knickknacks that go along with our RPGs, especially when we can frame it. And if you are a fan of the whole Blade Runner universe, or you just like to get that extra free swag, do it now. Jump on this, or at least after the video. Wait till after the video. Okay. So the artwork looks great on the inside. They do have a content warning, which I like, but we'll get to that. The core game and its line of expansions, there we go, and its line of expansions will push the boundaries of investigative gameplay in tabletop RPGs, giving players a range of tools to solve an array of cases far beyond retiring replicants. Apart from the core casework, the setting will be setting, and the RPG will in setting and mechanics showcase key themes of Blade Runner action, which we love. We like to be able to do chase scenes and firefights and using our special abilities or talents to do amazing combat, corporate intrigue, existential character drama, and moral conflict that challenge player characters to question their friends. Ooh, that could be interesting. Empathize with their enemies and explore the poisons and perseverance of hope and humanity during such inhumane times. I do like that they put this content warning, and I highly recommend that anybody that's going to be involving any sort of very dark content in their RPG, whether it's Blade Runner or Dungeons and Dragons, if you're playing Invisible Sun or Simba Room, that don't do it for a gotcha. Don't do it for, a surprise factor. Make sure that you clear, maybe even at your zero session, hey guys and gals, what content, what horrible things, without having to explain why, do you not want to cover? Because there are some topics that you might not know about that your players, your friends, even your family members that are participating, they might have experienced, and they don't want to see that in the game. So that's just something that you should take into consideration. They have something here akin to that, the content warning. The Blade Runner franchise deals with dark and existential themes, and this role-playing game is no different. The stories told in this game can be violent, distressing, and raise issues relating to personal morals. This is not a game for children. I like that they put that up front. That is a very good thing. So you're not going to be surprised. If you don't pay attention to the warning label, that's totally on you. So take a look at the starter set. The starter set looks like it is chock full of stuff. Looks like case files. The case files look like they are your adventures or your missions, depending on what terminology you like. Looks like dozens of maps, or at least interior maps, layouts. characters, pre-generated characters. You get the dice, the rule books, background information. Looks like they have decks of cards. If it's like, since it is using the Year Zero engine, we'll talk about that in a second. That there's cards that kind of they're not required, but they do help, especially when dealing with NPCs and player characters getting stuff. So that right now, they're also saying that there's also a whole bunch of physical handouts, which I really like newspaper clippings, little case files. It's cool little swag or extras along that line that really helps sell RPGs like that for me. Excuse me. So they said also that as more stretch goals are unlocked, more content will be added to the starter set. Really awesome. So let's take a look. They also got a core rule book, over 200 pages worth of content. Awesome sauce. I like that. Now let's take a look, talk about the game mechanics, because some people might not be familiar with the Year Zero engine. The Year Zero engine is a fairly easy to use system, and it's instead of which I'll sit here and I'll complain. I'll complain, criticize any sort of leveling systems that's like, oh, I'm level 20 this and level 32 that. Anything that uses the leveling system that just gives away free stuff as you level up. Like, hey, you get more hit points, you can take more damage, you get more freebies without actually without really showing any character development or giving you the opportunity to do to gain specific or not specific, but lets you pick and choose what you want. Those mechanic systems I'm not a big fan of. The more of the kind of a horizontal growth, or I guess linear growth, however you want to, there's a term for it, like Simba Room, where as you level up or I should say level up, but as your character gets experience, they are able to choose which abilities that they want to increase. And if they want to get more, say, hit points, be a lot stronger or anything else, they've got to actually sacrifice learning new skills, new magic, new fighting arts, and focus on their attributes to increase their overall health. It really, that type of mechanic system really shows great character development and is a little bit more real, because it's like, am I going to be focusing on my physical side, my mental side, or some other side? And where other games like Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, and such, it's like, well, I get this level, I get these 3 abilities, I get 32,000 more hit points. I'm exaggerating a bit. And I'm not saying that if you like playing 5e, don't play it. If you enjoy 5e or Pathfinder 2.0 or even second edition Dungeons and Dragons or 3.5 or 4.0, whatever version of whatever game you enjoy playing, then play the hell out of it. However, I like these styles of games because they really allow a more natural character growth. And so the the Year Zero engine, how it resolves actions and conflict is you have a set of attribute dice and you have a set of skill dice. And in some games, you might also have panic dice or, say, gear dice that you add into the pool. And so whenever an action takes place, you take your attribute dice and you take your equivalent or equal dice for your skills, roll them, and as many 6s as you can get, or the more 6s you get, the better the results. But you need at least 1 6 to succeed. And if you don't get any 6s, but you get some 1s, some bad things tend to happen. It's a really cool system and really kind of boils it down to just keeping one sort of dice set. Now, mind you, you need about 5 or 6 of each type of dice, but that's not a big deal. I mean, how many of us don't already have like 236.8 dice out there that are D6s? So we all do. We all have those big dice bags, even though we don't drink Crown Royal, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, this one, it looks like it's still along the same lines. It's using the Year Zero engine, but they're implementing some new game, a new game format by including D8s, D10s, and D12s. How that's going to work out, No idea, but it's going to be interesting to see how that does. All right, so that's all we know about the mechanics right now. Now, I should point out that I will be doing a Mutant Year Zero review probably sometime later this month, and that will give you a much more accurate view of the Mutant Year, or at least the Year Zero engine for dice mechanics. All right, I've rambled on enough about that. We already talked about early access. Actually, not early access. Early backers get the free art print. Now, if you back this Kickstarter, all backers will get early access to PDF versions of the complete core rulebook and starter set months ahead of the original release. This is what I like about Free League Publishing is they get the whatever RPGs that they're, whatever game that they're going to be putting up on Kickstarter, they largely have them complete. The last thing they need is usually that little extra funding or some extra, like, hey, by the way, we got these 3 things that are going to be included because of our Kickstarter backers. So we need to go ahead and add them in and then get this off to the publisher. And 3 or 4 months later, they built up enough stock for their Kickstarter backers. They get shipped back to them, and then they ship it out to all the different countries. So this is one lesson that any amateur like myself, I'm writing my own RPG. Actually, I've already written the RPG. I'm just waiting on finances to cover art and do the formatting. So amateurs like myself, or even the professional companies out there like Modifius, I wish you would pay attention to this, get the product done ahead of time. So the only thing that you really need to do is just to have that extra little funding to push off to the publisher. So it's ready to go. And the consumers, the backers, us, you, we don't have to wait a year, year and a half, 2 years for our finished product. It's already ready to go. We just have to wait for it to get to the printers, get a quality check, and then start mass producing it so we can get our product. And I think that's what I really like about Free League Publishing. They're really on the point with that. And their product, I've yet to come across anything that was crap from them. The quality of the art, the quality of the layouts, the quality of the rules, and the lore for whatever it is that they're delving into is always on point. So as we can see, their Kickstarter is very successful. Let's take a look at the total. Or $655,000. It already gone up 11,000 since we started talking, I think, or 8,000. All right, so we got the core rulebook. We got a bunch of knickknacks. They do have their special limited edition of the core rulebook with like faux leather background and a holographic kanji. I think it's kanji symbol. That's, if you're familiar with the Blade Runner universe, that's from that universe. So lots of cool mechanics. We've already talked about their stretch goals. I'm pretty sure they're going to hit all their stretch goals. So it looks like right now, every stretch goal has been hit. I think so, except for, oh man, we're hitting all the stretch goals. Oh man, this is crazy. Oh, their last 2. I think they've already hit those stretch goals. I'm not going to take time to do the math for this, but I'm pretty sure because you divide by 10, so 6 million Swedish krona is basically 600,000 US. So I think they've hit it. They just haven't updated because of probably time difference. I think it's late in the evening there. So they've probably already hit all their stretch goals, if my math is right-ish. If not, then they'll have it by the morning. We're still in our first 24 hours, and they have knocked it out of the park. So they have standard stuff that they got going on with this. You can get the core, you can get hardbacks, you can get PDFs, get the digital stretch goals. They have their super special editions. They off-world bundle. Looks like the biggest, most expensive bundle for us is $132. And looks like that's the deluxe limited edition and starter set You get that. You get basically you get everything in print and PDF format. The cheapest is the Digi bundle, which gets you the PDF of the core rulebook and the starter set and any digital stretch goals. And that's $31, guys. This is get on this now. Just get on it now. If you want it, get on it now. I'm actually, since I canceled another project, I might dive in to probably the Rep Detect bundle. Gets me the core rulebook and the core starter set in print and PDFs. Now they do have I will point out they do have the Mega Core bundle for retailers. You get 5 core rulebooks and 5 RPG starter sets for $223. That is a bargain, guys. All right. Anyways, so you can also add on other games from Free League Publishing, like the Alien RPG, which is outstanding. Vaesen. I've never played Coriolis. I've read it. I don't know too much about it. And of course, Simba Room, I am a huge fan of. All right. So they went ahead and also put shipping. I'm only mentioning shipping because there is a certain company out there. I'm not going to mention Cool Mini or not by name, but they did some surprise shipping cost increases that nobody was expecting, and kind of out of nowhere. So that made a lot of people upset. They're at least being upfront with their shipping. Hey, here's how much it's going to cost on top of the actual how much you're going to be investing in this, plus or minus taxes and whatnot. So I'm very happy that they did that. Anyways, I'm going to have this link down in the description below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to delve into this? Did you like any of the movies? Have you watched Blade Runner Black Lotus, the animated series? I think it's got like 12 or 14 episodes. Did you watch any of that? Is this all based? Is there a book? Somebody tell me there's a book. Is there a book about this series that this is based off of, or is it post movie success? I'm not sure. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this. Put it in the comments below. Later on today, around 5 p.m. Central Time, I'll be doing one more video, and we'll announce this last quarter's giveaway winner for some Marvel Crisis Protocol product. If you are not a subscriber yet, get on down below, hit that subscribe button. If you have to make a quick YouTube account, it takes like maybe 2 minutes to type in some information and then get a confirmation email. But you're automatically entered in all future giveaways and today's giveaway, as long as you do it by 5 p.m. Central Time. All right, guys and gals, I will chat with you later. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Have a wonderful day.